Hello, and welcome to the Epicurus Podcast, where I bring you the latest philosophical tidbits and help you live a happy life. Today, we're going to be talking about desire. What should we really pursue? Before I get started, I want to offer you a free gift. It's my 10-day guide on how to overcome the fear of death. You can download it for free by joining my Patreon using the link below. You don't have to pay anything. This is the free tiered version, and you can get a free downloadable at no extra cost to you. I hope it helps you live a happy life. So, on today's episode, we're going to explore how understanding our desires can lead to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. We will delve into the categories of desire as Epicurus saw them and discuss practical steps to align our cravings with our true needs. So, first, understanding desires. Second, the three types of desires. And third, pursuing desires wisely. Those are the three topics of today. So, not all desires are equal. Desire is natural, but not always helpful. We want all things. I'm sorry, we all want things, but not all wants lead to peace. Some desires can distract us from what truly matters, pulling us away from a life of tranquility and joy. Epicurus encourages us to evaluate our desires carefully, recognizing that while some can indeed enhance our lives, other desires may lead us into darkness, rather into misery and tragedy. By examining the root of our longings, we can distinguish between those desires that nourish our well-being and those that might lead to unnecessary suffering. So, we it's wise to classify the desires into three categories: natural and necessary, natural but unnecessary, vain and empty. This classification helps us navigate the complex landscape of human wants with greater clarity and intention. So, desires that are natural and necessary are those that are essential for survival and happiness, such as food, shelter, and companionship. These are desires that, when fulfilled, contribute to a life of contentment and peace. We also have natural but unnecessary desires, those that bring pleasure and enjoyment but are not essential to our well being. Think of I'm sorry, they're not essential to our survival. Let's put it that way. Think of, like, for example, long hours of video games, right? Or think of junk food. The pleasures you get from junk food, they're not necessary. Strong drink may enhance our lives, may enrich our lives temporarily, but Epicurus reminds us to enjoy them in moderation, ensuring that they do not become a source of dependency or distraction from what truly matters. And finally, we have vain and empty desires, which are the ones that often lead to dissatisfaction and turmoil. These include the excessive pursuit of power, the pursuit of luxurious wealth. So, the pursuit of the excessive pursuit of power, luxurious wealth, and the constant pursuit of status. Epicurus warned us that such desires are insatiable and often breed anxiety and competition, distancing us from genuine happiness. for obvious reasons, because it's not available to everybody. It has the problem called the hedonistic treadmill, where once you attain it, you want more and more of it, and then it becomes less desirable. It becomes less effective, and it's not available to everyone, right? And when you do have it, it's only temporary. It will only lasts. Like, how long can you actually be the president, right? So these are vain and empty desires, unnecessary, really. But they do make certain people extremely happy for the moment, in the short term, but they're not worth it in the long run. And that's what we're trying to do: maximize the total amount of happiness as possible. So, by recognizing these distinctions, we can cultivate a mindful approach to our desires. And number three, when it comes to understanding desires, is that it brings clarity. Understanding brings clarity. By knowing what kind of desire we're feeling, we can respond with wisdom and not impulse. This understanding acts as a guide, allowing us to navigate our wants with discernment and grace. Now, let's go to number two, the three types of desire. Now, we touched on this a little bit last time, so let's talk about it again and expand on it. We have natural and necessary, those essential to survival. We have natural but unnecessary. So, gourmet food, right? Luxurious foods, um, loud music playing all the time, a bunch of video games, nice shoes, very nice clothing, luxurious clothing. I'm sorry, having a bunch of friends, but shallow, and but the relationships are shallow, but they are a lot of friends. Um, so think of anything that you can have a lot of, but won't bring you a lot of satisfaction in the long run. And so, a good way to think of this is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This tells you the different categories that we need to fulfill our ultimate happiness, right? To to fulfill all of our needs to the most extent possible. And so we have natural and necessary, natural but unnecessary, and then vain and empty. So again, natural and necessary are crucial for survival. Natural but unnecessary are not crucial to our survival, but they can make us happy. And then vain and empty, unnecessary, not needed for our survival. So we want a balance of one and two of the three types of desires. We do want to enjoy happy things, even if we don't aren't able to access them every day. But we don't want to make all of life about things such as all about things that you don't have access to every day. So we're moving on to our third topic for today, which is pursuing desires wisely. How to pursue desires wisely. So, pause. So, when it comes to pursuing desires wisely, we can reflect on them, embrace the simple pleasures, and cultivate the practice of self discipline. So, reflecting on your desires entails asking yourself questions, using our reasoning. Is this desire natural? Is it necessary? Pause before indulging in something that is unhealthy, maybe. Reflect on its impact. How will it impact you or those around you? Take a moment to ask yourself, is this rooted in nature? Is it artificial? Is it essential to my well being? How far will it take me? For how long will it make me happy? By pausing and reflecting on the nature of these desires, we allow ourselves the opportunity to make thoughtful decisions. So, I like to put things in a list. Think of things that you can do every day that are completely healthy and free and that lead to happiness: swimming, walking, resting, meditating, reading, sleeping. right? Think of things that you should do on a weekly basis that you cannot do every day and shouldn't do every day, and then monthly. So daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. So yearly, you can go on vacation. If you go on vacation all the time, you drain your budget. Stuff like that. Just keep it organized. Now, our second point when it comes to pursuing desires wisely is embracing simple pleasures. We must replace vain desires with simple desires, such as a walk, a simple conversation, a nourishing meal that you take time to make and eat. These are the simple everyday pleasures that Epicurus believed could replace the hollow pursuit of desires that are empty. By embracing these small yet profound experiences, we open ourselves to a life filled with genuine joy and contentment. I mean, you can listen to music every single day, especially calm and nourishing music, or whatever, rock and roll and crazy. Um, you can read a book every single day. The simpler, the better, because you have access to it all the time. The beauty of a leisurely walk in nature, the warmth of a heartfelt conversation with a friend, or eating a meal with those you love. These provide a sense of satisfaction that no material possession or status can match. Epicurus encourages us to shift our focus from external achievements to the richness of everyday moments. These pleasures remind us that happiness is not found in grandiose accomplishments reserved for the few on top, but in the quiet, meaningful connections we cultivate with ourselves and our friends and families. So prioritize these simple joys. It'll make your life so much easier. Now, the last topic I wanted to talk about was the practice of self discipline, gentle self discipline. Freedom doesn't mean indulging in every craving, it simply means choosing the ones that bring the most peace. By practicing gentle self discipline, we cultivate the ability to discern which desires truly enhance our well being. This approach isn't about denying ourselves pleasure, but about making conscious choices that align with our values and contribute to a harmonious life. Epicurus teaches us that true freedom comes not from satisfying every impulse, but from the wisdom to select desires that lead to tranquility, to a peace of mind, to fulfillment. So it's pretty simple, actually. As we embrace gentle self discipline, let's remember that this is a path to liberation, allowing us to live with intention and clarity, free from the chaos of unexamined desires. So remember, desire isn't the enemy, confusion is. You must clarify our cravings so that we can live freely and not be ruled by our impulses. Remember, you don't need more, you need less. Less fear, less striving, less confusion. And remember to reflect on your own desires this week. Journal them. Create three categories. What are the simplest, easiest things you can do every day? What are some fun, healthy things you can do every week? And what are grandiose activities scheduled with people that you can do every month? Good luck on your journey to health, wholeness, and happiness. Remember, if you like the content that I'm giving you, if you like the message that I'm sharing, if you like this type of philosophy, which is of pleasure and happiness, and you struggle, let's just say, with the fear of death or your own mortality, you can download my free guide, How to Overcome the Fear of Death in 10 Days. the Epicurean solution. If you join my free Patreon, you can also download the slides connected to this podcast at no extra cost to you. I hope to see you in the community. I'm reviving Epicurus's ancient garden community for the digital age, and I want you to be a part of it. So, in wisdom and in love, I'm signing off. Your friend, Epicurus.